What's up, everybody? My name is Scott Waters. Welcome to NoLifeTilMetal. Going to be doing a NoLifeTilMetal Records and graphics update today. Ton of stuff to show, so I'm going to get right into it. I do want to let you know that NoLifeTilMetal Records has 3 vinyl releases coming out, vinyl and CD, and one is on sale now. That is Madrost Maleficent, the very first album from California thrash band Madrost. We only have 100 copies available. They're on NoLifeTilMetalRecords.com. If you're interested in that one, there's 300 CDs pressed, 100 vinyl available, 180 gram black vinyl, and that's going to be stellar. I love that album. If you like, you know, early Creator, early Death, early Destruction, that sort of, you know, very heavy thrash metal, bordering towards the death metal spectrum, you're probably going to dig that first Madrost album. As well, we're putting out Vindicator Thrashed and Demolished, which is all the early Vindicator demos on CD and vinyl. Again, only 100 copies of the vinyl available. And finally, we're putting out Banshees, The Madness on vinyl. So 3 great metal albums all coming out on NoLifeTilMetal Records. And then hopefully soon I'll have another announcement of a classic thrash band from the 80s, and they have an unreleased live album that we may be putting out, and as soon as I know for sure, I'll let you know. But I do have a large pile of stuff here to show you, and CDs, vinyl, from several different record companies. I've been wanting to do a video, and I've just been so busy I haven't had time, so now I've got this big giant pile. Alright, so I'm going to start right off with the first one, which is one that just came in, so I'm actually still, I haven't even put it away yet or listened to it, but this is Soundmass Records, and this is Hammer of God. So this is Mortification's 1996 album, I believe it was. This is very close to the original cover. We did update the cover a little bit, but yeah, this is Mortification, Hammer of God, very much a thrash metal album. If you're interested in checking them out, I would check out the song In the Woods or Martyrs, both great songs from this album. Again, Soundmass Records, you can get it on Soundmass, especially if you're living in UK. That's the place to get it from. If you're in the United States, you can get it from them as well. They do have US shipping here, so Soundmass Records is the Mortification, and this does come on black vinyl, has an insert, which if I can get this back in here, I will show you. Here it is. Here it is. It's a black and white insert, so it's got it upside down. It's got the band photo and the liner notes, and of course the lyrics. So very nice. This is the original. These photos were the original promo photos for the Metal Blade release of this on CD back in the day, so very cool. And then of course the vinyl, it's got custom center rings, and I've got this in a, there we go, so Hammer of God, there you go. Alright, and then also these are all CD only releases, also on Soundmass, but this is Rage Flower, Australian thrash metal band. This is a new cover, but it's an updated version of the original cover. The original cover was cassette tape only. This was a 1996 album, and the original cover had I think it was white paper with red ink, and it was basically a hand-drawn picture of a rose in a stained glass window. But we actually put it on the actual stained glass window and have the light coming through, and you can see in the background there's a brick wall, and there's kind of faces in the brick wall. Came out really nice. I'm really happy with it. A little darker than I wanted it to print, but otherwise it looks nice. Again, soundmass.com if you're interested in that. This one I'm really stoked about. First of all, I love the cover art. This is Collapse. This is doom metal from Australia. These guys put out 2 albums. This album is their first album. There's a couple songs on here that stray away from the doom metal, but for the most part, it's just fantastic doom metal. There are, like I said, there are a couple songs on here that stray away from that doom sound and go into other areas, but a lot of people consider this a classic. The original cover was not good. The label wanted a new cover, so this is what we came up with. And I really like the way this came out with the tree, almost like fingers reaching out around the eclipsed moon. And here you can see the actual CD itself and the booklet, and the Rage Flower booklet as well has. I should have showed you the inside of the booklet a little bit since this is a graphics video, but you can see it's got lyrics and photos and all that sort of stuff. This particular one is looks like an 8-page booklet. The Collapse is, I think, also an 8-page booklet. Can't remember. I did these so long ago, and they just finally came in. Actually, it looks like a 12-page booklet. There's more stuff. Oh, you actually can see there's the original cover art. So you can see there's the new cover, and there's the original cassette cover, and there's another one of their albums, which is also included on here. And I believe there is a collage of photos and memorabilia, which is cool. I always like that kind of stuff, especially for thrash metal albums. And lyrics and liner notes. Like I said, I'm not going to show you every page, but there's the CD itself. It came out really nice. I'm really happy with it. So, Rage Flower, Collapse, and then also on Soundmass is Thrash Puppies. Now, Thrash Puppies are a thrash metal slash crossover band. A little more of a punk edge and a thrash edge, in my opinion. I haven't actually got to hear this whole thing. This literally just came in the mail today. I've only got to hear the songs that are on compilations in the past, and there's a song or two online. But from what I understand, it says on there, for fans of One Bad Pig, who also had kind of that crossover sound. But this booklet was a lot of fun to do. It's all black and white. You can see the silly the puppy all over the place. This cover was actually done by Paramecium slash Mortification slash guy with all kinds of bands, drummer Jason Sherlock. He drew this originally for cassette, and I took it, cleaned it up, and made it into a CD cover. But again, there's photos in here of the band, and you can see kind of had a silly look. They were kind of a fun, goofy crossover band. Another picture of the band there. Lyrics, but even in the lyrics, there's little hand-drawn cartoons of the band. So yeah, great. Another one. This is like a 12-page booklet. Lots of photos. Fun job. I really enjoyed working on this one for Soundmass. So again, soundmass.com. I'll put links below if anybody's interested in any of these. That's the deal. Okay, next up we're going to do Girder Music. I'm going to get into, again, a lot to show here. Girder Music has, let's see here, releasing the Bride, two Bride albums. Let's see, it would have been their 4th and 5th albums. So Kinetic Faith, so this is the CD version. It is remastered, has nice 12-page booklets in it, again, with liner notes and lyrics and photos. It is the original cover. There's some liner notes by Troy Thompson, guitar player. Like I said, there's lots of photos in this booklet. Picture of vocalist Dale Thompson there. Picture of Troy Thompson. So yeah, a lot of fun. The sound is fantastic. Rob Caldwell from Bombworks Sound did the mastering on it, and it sounds fantastic. This did come with a card, and I'll show you both cards. This is the Kinetic Faith card, and as you can see, it's just like the other cards I've shown in the past. It's got this foil stamping, and they are numbered. This is number 22, and this is number 23, and it comes out of Snakes in the Playground, which is the other release that they did on CD and vinyl. Much like the Kinetic Faith, it's got liner notes. These liner notes are by Dale Thompson, and lyrics and photos, and so there's a photograph there of Troy. There's Dale. Lyrics, a lot of lyrics in this one. There just was a lot of lyrics, that's why. There's the band photo. But happy with this one. The graphics came out really nice, really clean. I'm slightly disappointed, and I mean very slightly, that it's just printed a hair darker than I would have liked to have seen it. Can't control presses, unfortunately. That's just the way it is. This one is available as a CD, but also comes in a long box. And there is the long box. This one is still sealed, as you can see. And it came with an additional card, and this one's going to be hard to show. This is card number 30, but this one is, you can see, looks just like a picture of the band, but there's the silver foil stamp with the logo, and then if I get it to the light properly, I don't know if I'll be able to do it on camera or not, the entire thing has a There you go. You can kind of see it in the glare. There's a snakeskin varnish over top of the whole photograph. It's really cool. Hard to see on here. Same thing with the back. There is a silver foil stamped bride logo, and also, of course, the 4-color snakeskin on the background, but also there is a varnish which shows the number of the card, 30, and it has the border, the same border that's on these cards, where you see the little circle with the number on it and that little red border. This one has the same one, except it's in a varnish, which is really hard to show on a video like this, but really cool packaging. Also, what I do with them? I just had them right here a second ago. Oh, here they are. Yeah, Bride Kinetic Faith test pressing, and Bride Snakes in the Playground test pressing. So those have been approved. They've been approved for a long time. So the vinyl is shortcoming, coming really soon. Sound quality is spectacular. I mean, I thought the originals sounded good. There was really nothing wrong with them. They had, you know, they were so good. But somehow Rob Caldwell managed to bring out a wider spectrum of sound and a little more bottom end on these things. So if you're a fan of those two records, I don't think you're going to be disappointed in the sound quality. But yeah, those are from GirderMusic.com. Also from Girder Music, I got a bunch of records here from them. I do have a little gripe I'm going to complain about here too. This had nothing to do with the record companies themselves. But I got this box of records in the mail, and every single one of them are split. It's so irritating. They were really well packaged, so I can only imagine they were either like that in the beginning because they're all shrink wrapped. They were either like that, you know, before they were shrink wrapped, or because it didn't happen in the mail from here to there. I can tell you that. So, but let me show you some of the stuff that I've done for Girder. Let's see here. All right, first of all, we've got 3 Resurrection Band albums, or Res Band. So this is Mommy Don't Love Daddy Anymore. Several people have been showing these in videos, but it is a gatefold. It comes with a huge poster inside of it. All 3 of these actually do. Obviously had a hype sticker on it. I would keep the hype stickers even if I have to just cut them off and put them inside. Like I said, gatefold. It's got lyrics. It's got additional liner notes from what's the guy's name? John Thompson from True Tunes. And like I said, there's a poster in each of them, and all 3 posters are different and unique to the album. Then none of them look like the others, but as you can see, it's kind of a mixture of the child on the inner sleeve and the band photo from the back right there. And it's got the Resurrection band logo from the front cover up there. So very cool, 24 by 24 inch poster. I was really blessed to be able to do those posters. That one was painstaking, but it came out pretty stellar considering the size it is, and I didn't have the original art. I had to work with what I had to work with. This is available in 3 different colors of vinyl. This particular one happens to be the turquoise teal blue with a white splatter. And again, it has custom center labels. You can see it right there. Very happy with how that one came out. The color is spectacular. It's not dark. It's very well done. There's no bit mapping, or there's no moire patterns or any of that kind of crazy stuff you can get when you have to recreate art. You don't have the original art. It looks as good, and in some cases better than the originals. The color is richer in some areas. So yeah, I'm really happy with how it came out. It's available in black vinyl and one solid color vinyl, and it's got that splatter vinyl I just showed you. I don't know if the splatter vinyl sold out. It might be, but the others are available if not, and these are available on GirderMusic.com. Classic, you know, 70s hard rock. Some people would call them heavy metal, and indeed they were probably one of the, you know, in the 70s they might have been considered such, but these days they would just be considered hard rock. But this is DMZ, one of my favorite Res Band albums, and here they were still being called Resurrection Band before the name was changed to Res. Again, this one has the gatefold. This one originally wasn't the gatefold; it was a single album. So this is some new stuff on here. The back cover is very similar to the original. I did modify it a little bit because the song titles were, first of all, in the original you could barely find the song titles because it was mixed in this collage somewhere. So I kind of rearranged the collage a little bit and put the song titles over here, and it matches the lyrics on the inside, which I will show you in a second, that are in these little colored boxes. And you can see as well there is another collage on the inside of photos, classic res band photos. And much like the last one I showed you, there is a 24 by 24 inch poster. And I'm going through these quickly as I can. I really do have a lot to show, so there you go. There's the poster for that one. As you can see, res band, DMZ tour, live. I actually found a few tour posters from that time period. They were touring as res, even though the album says Resurrection Band. So I kind of mimicked those tour posters and came up with that. Again, really happy with how the graphics came out. I had an original press photo from, what was this, 1982, I think it was, 1982, that I used and blew up to make that poster with, and it came out pretty special, as you saw. And again, 3 colors available: black, 1 solid color, which I can't remember what it is, top of my head, and then there's this really pretty orange and yellow mixed color. So yeah, fantastic. Really pleased with how this res ones came out. And these spines on these things are super wide. I mean, you're not going to be able to not read that one on your shelf, man. It is pretty bold and readable, which is nice. It's nice to be able to walk up and look on the shelf and actually see the spine and read the spine, as opposed to it just disappearing and blending in with all the other records on your shelf. So DMZ by Res. And finally, this is Colors by Resurrection Band. And again, this also is a gatefold. The original was a gatefold too. I kept pretty true to the original on this one. Made a few changes. The color, I brightened the color up a little bit on the cover. I moved the logo, Resurrection Band logo, down here. It was up here almost. If you look at the original cover, it was just black. It was really hard to read and see. So we moved it down here to say Resurrection Band. And back cover, very similar. I did make everything a little more readable. For whatever reason, this handwritten font that you see for the titles of the songs was used on the inner sleeve of the gatefold of the original, but was not used on the back cover, so I went ahead and put it on the back cover as well. And I cleaned up the photos, lightened and brightened all these photos that are on the back. And then, of course, this was back in the 80s when this came out, early 80s, so they weren't exactly straight either, because all of them would have been hand cut and pasted onto a board, basically, and that's how this art was created. So I went in and cleaned it all up, made it nice and neat. And then the inner sleeve, again, there's new liner notes in there. It's pretty similar to the original. It's rearranged a little bit because I had to fit all these liner notes in there that weren't there before, as you can see up here, all the liner notes. And there's more liner notes down here that weren't there before, and on top of all that, all the lyrics. And again, like the others, there's a poster, and this poster is, I thought this was fun. I mean, we'll see what you guys think from a graphic standpoint, but the album is called Colors. So I took the black and white promo photo from this album, which was 1983 when this came out, and I blew it up to the size, and I kept it black and white. And then I made the little animals going over top of them and the word colors in color. I just thought it was kind of, I don't know if ironic is the right word, but just to have a black and white photo in an album called Colors, I just thought was kind of fun. So, and then again, this one is a splatter vinyl, and as you can see, it's clear vinyl with 3 colors of splatter that match very well the cover, as you can see, and custom center labels, and you can see the little pink flamingo on the one side and the toucan on the other side. So excuse me if I scratch my nose while I'm doing this. My allergies are driving me crazy at the moment. Everything's blooming here, and it's windy out, so when that happens, my allergies act up. All right, so let's keep going with Girder Music, and we are already 20 minutes in, so what I may do is finish up with Girder and then move on to the other stuff in a separate video. But this is the very first Bloodgood album. Again, I stuck pretty much close to the original album cover. I did brighten everything up a little bit. The blood is brighter. You can see it clearer. The original was just kind of dark, but this came out stellar. Really happy with how it came out. And they don't come in these sleeves. I put them in these sleeves. They come shrink wrapped. But front cover, brand new back cover, which basically mimics and looks like continuation of the front cover. Added the crown of thorns on the top and more blood drops, as you can see. And this is a gatefold, so you can see it pretty much all goes together. And then this was not originally a gatefold, but it is now a gatefold. And you can see the original promo photo that was used in the original album as well. There is another 24 by 24 inch poster. And again, you can see this giant promo photo, and then these 3 photos on the bottom, which were shot in 1985 or 86 when this original was shot and never used before. They were given to me by Les Carlson, the vocalist for the band, and I cleaned those up a lot because I needed it, and we used them inside of this as the poster. And they're also in the CD version of it. But here's the record, and as you can see, it's got a custom center label, red vinyl, black splatter, and a slightly different center label. So very happy with how that one came out. Sound is stellar. Rob Caldwell again doing the remastering on that album. And yeah, if you compare the original, I probably should have done that. I should have grabbed the original so I could have shown you the differences in the color. But it is a lot brighter, and I mean, you really can see it much better here. And I'm really happy with how this came out. And finally, the last one I'm going to show for this video is second album from Bloodgood, Bloodgood Detonation. Always been probably my favorite Bloodgood album, and I know it's a fan favorite. Again, this was not a gatefold when it first came out. It is now a gatefold. Obviously has a custom sticker on it. Now this one, I do not have the special color vinyl. It's called lava vinyl, and it was yellow and orange mixed together. My copy is the blue, and you can tell the sticker on the front tells you what the color of the vinyl is. I believe it's also available on black vinyl. Maybe not. It might just be available on the 2 colors. But this too has a giant poster. I'll show you the poster first, since it's sitting right there. But I always thought the back cover image of this was so very cool, and it's just kind of little and lost in the back, but it's this picture of the castle and the drawbridge, and you can see the guys are running out. It's actually the band members a painting of the band members running out of this castle across this drawbridge, and then I put the band promo photos on the bottom, and yeah, it came out really nice. I heard a few people say they would have liked to have the cover on there, but again, I always thought that the back cover was cool and kind of hidden, especially because most people had it on CD. But yeah, you can see that's a pretty cool photo, man. And it is, a total one painting all the way across. It always has been. That was difficult because they didn't have the original painting, so I had to figure out how to get the crossover to work from the original vinyl, which was not a gatefold like this. So yeah, that was a lot of fun piecing that together. But again, we have a collage, liner notes, and lyrics. And I'll get to show you the vinyl too. Again, this is not the special color vinyl. This is just the blue transparent vinyl, and it does have a custom center label, as you can see there and there. So yeah, those GirderMusic.com, The Bride, Rez, and Bloodgood are all available from them. Also coming on GirderMusic.com, while I'm putting this away, is the Bloodgood Metal Missionary, which is the early demos from Bloodgood on vinyl and CD. CD's already out actually, and the vinyl has several bonus tracks on it from that same time period. Basically, production tracks from the first album. And they're basically extended versions of songs like Black Snake, which is on the first album. It's an extended version of Black Snake, so it's almost, I think, just under a minute longer than the version that made it onto the first album. So that's also coming on Girder and available there now. So there you go, GirderMusic.com, Bloodgood, Rez, and from Soundmass, you've got Mortification and Rage Flower and Thrash Puppies and Collapse. So that's it for this edition of NoLifeTilMetal Graphics and Vinyl Update. And I will do a part 2 for this, and I will get into, I just got this box, haven't even opened it yet, from Retroactive Records, and some more from them as well. So that's it. Thanks for watching. God bless. Stay strong.